What's up, you guys? Welcome to another episode of A Spark Ignited. I'm your host, Danielle Nicole, and I'm so excited you guys decided to join me today. You guys, I am back. I took a good 2 weeks off, and yes, it was impromptu. I did not expect to do that. But sometimes you just have to listen to your body, and my body was telling me that I needed a little break, and that's exactly what I did. While I was off these last 2 weeks, I got to do some things that I really enjoy. I got to relax, I got to recharge, and most importantly, I got to refocus so I can come back better than ever for you all. I want to share with you guys also a few reasons why you should take a break, even if it's not a scheduled break. If your body is telling you from the inside out, hey, I'm tired, we need to chill for a bit, it's so important to listen to that. So I have a few reasons why. You guys sit back, relax, and I'll dive in as we talk about the importance of taking a break.
Welcome to A Spark Ignited. I'm your host, Danielle Nicole Ramsey, here to help you light up your life with inspiration, real talk, and a whole lot of fun. It's time to ignite the spark within you and dive into the stories and wisdom that'll keep you moving forward. Let's make some magic happen.
Okay, so the first reason why it's so important to take a break is to prevent burnout. You guys, when you're constantly on the hustle and you're grinding and it's just your everyday mode, you get really, really tired, not just physically, but mentally, spiritually, emotionally. You are drained. And when you feel burnt out, you don't really have anything to give. At this point, you're just running on autopilot. And I know sometimes we have to run on autopilot just as human beings in the workforce. But you guys, if you have the luxury to take a break, even if it's just for a day or two, I highly recommend taking it because you want to come back with mental clarity. You want to come back at your best. You want to come back being in the moment and being really present with whatever it is that you're doing. And that's something that I always want to give to my podcast. I don't ever want to come just for the sole purpose of showing up and coming. Yes, it's important sometimes to just show up and just, press go and get right to it. But because I feel like, I was about 14 episodes in, maybe 13 episodes in. I'm more than halfway done with the season. I felt like it was okay to take a little break. I was just going back and forth and, without a stop button at all. And my podcast isn't the only thing that I do. I'm currently writing 3 additional books. I just released Hearts in Motion. That's in stores right now. A little shameless plug there. But it hasn't even been out for a month, So just with all the promotion of that and being an indie author and really doing all of it on my own to make sure that it gets in the right hands because it's such an incredible book, requires so much of my attention and my time and paying attention to details and making sure that I'm connecting with the right people and putting it on the right platforms and plugging myself into groups that the book has the chance to be visible in, just different things like that. And I'm someone, like, you guys know, I get up super early in the morning, I work out, I get, my physical fit on, I get right into work mode, right? I don't stop. I just keep going. But I'm not a machine. Even though I like to think that I am, I'm not. I'm a human being, And I was forced into this break because I felt myself slowly burning out. And I don't want to burn out on the things that I love to do. So that's why it's so important to take a break to prevent burnout. The second reason why it's so good to take a break is to gain clarity and creativity. Now, I know I'm someone, like I said, I'm always in go mode, always in work mode, and just on this autopilot type of, mindset. But I notice whenever I do take a step back and I take a break, that I feel like my creativity flows a lot better. Like I'm not forcing something to happen just to make it happen. And I'm a very creative type of person. My mindset is very creative. How I think is very creative. So when I get to the point to where I don't feel very creative or like I have anything to offer or give, that means I need to take a step back so that I can let those creative ideas that I may just come up with allow them to come better. I don't know if I said that right, but I think you get what I'm saying, because I don't ever want to just force the creativity. I don't feel like you're not being creative if you have to force it, and that's something that naturally comes to me. Also, me having clarity is so important to me. And when things start to feel cloudy, when things start to feel just foggy and like I don't really understand what's going on, or just confusing, low-key, that's another reason why it's important to take a step back and take a break, because clarity is everything. Once you have clarity, you're able to move in a direction of certainty. And that's super important to me too. So to gain clarity and to get my creative juices flowing is worth the break. So yes, if you feel like you've lost it all, you don't have clarity, you're confused about it all, and you're just not creative at all, maybe it's time for you to take a little break. Okay, so the third reason why I think it's so important to take a break is to improve your productivity. I just feel like when you're well rested, when you've had the time off that you needed, when you were able to dabble into a few things that you haven't been able to do for a while, that brings you joy, that brings you peace and comfort, it's needed. It's needed for you to come back focused and ready and just feeling all the way aligned, because improved productivity, man, it's everything to work smarter and not harder. And I feel like when you need a rest in your life and you just are on this go mode type of thing, you're this machine type of person, that your productivity is almost null and void, because you don't have any, because you've given everything. So the productivity that you would normally have, being well rested and being rejuvenated, you don't have, because you can't clearly focus, so there's nothing like I said, just taking the break. It really is good overall, okay? Like, not even just the list that I'm creating here. It's just great to do just for your own well-being, your mental well-being, your physical well-being, emotional well-being, all of it, just it's just important to do, you guys. I can't stress it enough. And I'm so happy that I took the break. And like I said, I didn't plan on it at all. Once I set something and I put it in motion and into play, I go for it. So this break is unheard of. And for me to take 2 weeks off, like, who is this girl? But this girl is a new and improved version of doing what works best for her. In this season of my life, that is the only thing that matters. And I knew that me taking a step back and not forcing an episode, not forcing to put something out, was the best decision that I needed to make. And I'm so happy that I did it, because you guys are in for it. The productivity that's coming now that I am clearly focused, you guys aren't ready. Okay, so the last reason why it's so important to take a break is to always keep the bigger picture in mind. You guys, we are nothing without making sure that we are well rested and that we take the necessary breaks that we need to become our best selves. Without breaks, we are just giving anything at this point. You don't ever want to just give just to give. You want it to make sure that it's impactful and that it's of purpose and that is the very thing that you want to do. You don't ever want to be someone to just push things just to push things. You want it to add value. You want to add value to other people's lives. Remember, our purpose in life is to impact others, and we can't impact them at our best if we don't take the rest that we needed. It reminds me of when I start a workout program, or years ago, because I'm so past this, but when you first start and it's so dreadful to go into the gym, it's like, oh God, you look forward to your rest day, right? But whenever you start to get in the motion of things and you're gaining momentum, you 2-3 weeks in and you start to feel better, you're seeing the results and all of that, it's almost like, dang, I don't want no rest day. I want to keep going. But it's so important to take that rest day because we tore down our muscles. Our body has been sleeping so many different ways, and we woke these muscles up that we ain't talked to in a long time, right? We're feeling all kinds of things. We're feeling excited because we're starting to see definition and weight loss or whatever your goal is, right? But you also know that rest is part of the program. Rest is part of the program when it comes to our daily lives and building our empires or working our careers or whatever it is that we're doing, it's so important to always focus on the bigger picture. And that is just being and bringing your best self. And in order to do that, it's so important to rest. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. It felt so good to be off for 2 weeks, but I can't lie, I miss you guys. I miss filming and I miss giving to a Spark Ignited, you guys. So I am back. We got a few more episodes to go, 6 more for the season. As always, you guys, you can get me every Tuesday wherever you get your podcasts, and you can get me every Wednesday on YouTube for the visual. Thank you guys so much for being patient with me and for allowing me to rest for these past 2 weeks. But you know, you girl, you got me for 6 more weeks. So I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you so much for all the support and have the best week ever. Peace.
Thank you for tuning into A Spark Ignited. If you enjoyed this episode, subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who needs inspiration. Remember, the spark you need is already within you. Keep fanning the flame. Until next time, take care and stay inspired.